We couldn't do what we're doing today without having made Uncharted 2. I mean, without being part of that team and without like Amy Hennig bringing what she's brought to Naughty Dog and her own perfectionist mindset and her own dedication to characters. And you know, she also has the history of being a great game designer. So having conversations and the stuff day to day working on Uncharted 2 with her was extraordinarily, I guess,
inspirational. And like, I mean, for me, I started kind of really getting my feet wet on writing on Uncharted 1, working with Amy, so she played this mentor role for me, and a lot of the stuff I do and the principles I apply came from having worked with Amy.
But on a day-to-day basis, like she's
busy
on
with the other project
so,
and doing her thing. Like,
yeah. You know, the thing about Naughty Dog is it's pretty much open door policy. You've seen the facilities. There's not a lot of offices. There's not a lot of closed doors. So a lot of times you're walking by and you just stop in for a chat and you end up in this long brainstorm about, you know, what's the interaction with this push-pull object or whatever it is.
A lot of times you just see a few of us, you know, go in front of cameras and talk about it, but there's so many talented people here that constantly come and like challenge us or have ideas, or like I had like a long discussion about the story with a programmer recently, and just she had all these really cool ideas and we really just kind of started brainstorming around that stuff. So we're constantly checking things off by each other. You know, designers are talking to artists and critiquing. The artists are coming and complaining that multiplayer is not fun. And people are constantly critiquing each other, and that's the culture we try to cultivate here at Naughty Dog, because it helps make the game better, even if sometimes it can be frustrating and hurt your ego, but at the end of the day, it's all about the game. It's all about making this thing better.
It would really suck not to utilize the talent that you have sitting next to you just because they're on another project. Our seating arrangement here is set up so that departments are working with departments, not teams working with teams. So you'll have, you know, The Last of Us sitting next to an Uncharted person, or, you know, whatever that other team is now. But those people are there and availing themselves, and I'm available, and everybody's available to just like, that open floor policy allows you're playing the game, you start a conversation with somebody, and then somebody else overhears it and they have an opinion, and their opinion is valid. Like extraordinarily important to pull from that experience.
Anybody can come like and pitch ideas or critique what we're working on, whether it's gameplay or story or animation. It's open door policy. If you have an idea or you have a criticism, speak your mind. I've
been at Naughty Dog since '99, since CTR came on in Crash Team Racing, and then as a texture artist. And from texturing to, it was kind of the jack of all trades at that time, where you can kind of do everything. We had a smaller team, sort of family oriented, and so little design, little background modeling, little foreground animating, a little bit of, and then with Jack, as PS2 got bigger, it went down to a little bit more specialization, and then Uncharted 1 was co-art director on that one, advancing the new technology, etc. And then game director on Uncharted 2, and then game director on The Last of Us.
Whoa, impressive. Let's see, 2004, I was a student and I got an internship in the game industry at Naughty Dog as a game programmer. That was on Jak 3, so I was gameplay programmer on Jak 3, then gameplay programmer on Jak X Combat Racing. Then I switched over to design, which is this thing I always wanted to do. And I was a designer on Uncharted 1 and a co-writer as well. Then on Uncharted 2, I was co-lead designer and co-writer, and now I'm the creative director on The Last of Us.
But the claim to fame is the menus in Jak X.
The claim to fame, the best thing I've ever done in the history of Naughty Dog is program the menus for Jak X Combat Racing.
Have you seen the color selection in that thing?
How dare you?
It's amazing.
How dare you, sir?